Hey Mystics, how is everyone? I hope you are having a great Thursday. Today is also National Coffee Day, so hurrah to all you coffee drinkers out there. It is a beautiful, beautiful day today. It is very chilly outside, which I just love. That means fall is sort of kind of here, maybe. I live in the south, and I mean in the deep south, like border of Arkansas and Louisiana. So fall takes a while to get here, and then it usually doesn't stay very long. And then we have this weird, what we call winter, which isn't really winter. Sometimes it is, sometimes it gets really nasty and it's all ice if it is. And then we go back to the perpetual, basically, summer. I mean, we have a little bit of a spring and it'll be nice for like maybe a month, and then it's summer and super friggin' hot. So I love it when spring and fall are my favorite seasons, and I love it when it feels that way here, when it actually feels like spring or fall. So I have all the windows open, which is super nice. It's nice to be able to turn off the air conditioners for a while. That also means you may hear my chickens, because we have backyard chickens, and now since I have a window open, it's like basically right where they like to hang out. You may hear the occasional chicken, and I apologize. They like to be loud sometimes. So today I wanted to talk to y'all about a tarot spread. I thought it would be fun. This is a tarot spread that is not my creation. It is, I forget, but it'll be on the little picture I'm about to show you, so I'll be able to tell you then who created it. But I thought it was really fun looking, and I have personally never used the spread, so it's going to be new to me as well, even though I did find it on Pinterest a while back. Pinned it to my divination board, and anyway, it just looked fun. Very in the season, so that is what I wanted to do. So what I plan on doing is showing you the spread. I'm going to shuffle the cards, lay out the spread, and go over it with you. And so obviously, feel free to use it. This was a spread that was publicly shared, so the creators do not have a problem with other people using it, so otherwise I would not share it. But yeah, so feel free to use it. I think it will be fun. It's not really one of those spreads where there's a particular question you have to ask. It is just a fun inquisitive type spread, and I'll show you so we can really get into it. And y'all know that my screen sharing abilities are iffy. So okay, here it is. Woohoo! I got it up. So hopefully everyone can see that. And what it is it's based on The Craft, which, you know, we all love that movie. It's an awesome movie. And it just looked fun because, like I said, this is not a spread, and you can see at the top, I can't see it because I have this thing, this bar, but you can see at the top here, actually, you know what, maybe I can. Aha! Okay, oh, sorry, it's going to do that now. Arcane Mysteries from Tumblr.com. They created it, and it just looked fun. Like I said, there's not a real question to ask. This is basically just kind of giving you insight into these different topics, and each card is based on a character from the movie. So Sarah, your inner power and strength. So of course Sarah was the heroine of the movie. And then Nancy, your self-destructive qualities, which of course that makes sense. Nancy was very self-destructive in the movie. So Bonnie is, let's see, past, emotional, physical scars to let go of in the present. Makes sense. You know, Bonnie, Neve Campbell, she was the one that had the scars. So, and that she was so self-conscious of. And Rochelle, what makes you uniquely beautiful? You know, she was picked on, bullied as well, and did not feel beautiful. So, I thought that was really interesting. And of course, Manon, a message from spirit or deity. So I thought this would be just a fun little spread to go through. Like I said, for me, like, I want to start shuffling the cards right now so y'all can kind of look at this spread and you know, if you want to write it down or what have you, definitely can. Because, like I said, it's a publicly shared spread. I have to move my laptop out of the way so I can start shuffling. But it's a publicly shared spread. And again, no real question. This is just giving you insight into these specific areas, which are good areas, especially right now, the autumn time of the year. There's a lot of inner reflection and finding balance in this time of year. So to me, the spread kind of fits really well. And plus, it's The Craft, and The Craft is just a great movie and fun. So if I was to do this for a client, it would definitely be one of those where I would say, you know, hey, would you be interested? Or someone would have to be like, you know, I want insight. Someone said I would like insight, not really too specific, just insight into myself. This could possibly be a spread to use. I personally, for me, I like to use spreads that I create myself for clients. I feel more comfortable that way. But if I was to use a spread like this, it would be for the sole purpose of gaining insight. So. And whenever I shuffle the cards, I am thinking, I'm not really thinking of anything per se, except for like insight. I'm just kind of opening myself up to be read and open to the energies of this particular spread, open to be to the cards, to let the cards interpret me, which I'm using the Deviant Moon deck, and here in a minute I'll show you the layout, or I'm going to try to anyway. I'm using the Deviant Moon deck, and the Deviant Moon can be very cutting. it can be kind of sharp and sort of bitch slap you in the face. So, but I like that. I like straightforwardness. So I thought it would be a fun deck to use with this particular spread. Now, obviously it's up to you. You can use whatever deck you want. So I feel like these have been shuffled well. So, and after I shuffle, and I know y'all can't see this, but after I shuffle, I cut the deck into 3. And usually I just go to the stack that pulls me, pulls towards me. So let's see. The first one is Sarah. The next one is Nancy. And I may have to move stuff around. So this will, like, Bonnie. And yes, I am going to have to move things around. And then Manon, which I'm just going to kind of set over there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is hopefully not totally screw crap up. And close that. Okay. Yay! Okay, y'all just ignore the mess that is my floor. But I hope you can see that. And this is Sarah. And this is Nancy, Bonnie, Rochelle. And over here, because I just didn't have that much room, I put Manon. So I'm going to shut off the camera so y'all don't see me like jiggling shit around. And let's see. Okay, there we are. Woohoo! Back again. That was kind of painless. So I hope all that transferred well into the streaming of the video. But anyway, okay, so we will start with Sarah, which is your personal strength. And for me, Sarah was the Queen of Pentacles. So, which I actually identify a lot with the Queen of Pentacles because I am an earth sign. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is very down to earth. She is very motherly. Pretty much everything you think of, at least for me, as far as earth traits, you know, is the Queen of Pentacles. And for the Deviant Moon, I mean, you look at her and it's like she's almost like she's giving too much, almost like she's giving to people who are kind of taking advantage of her. Or you can translate it into people lean on her for advice and things like that. And to me, that is, both are true. Both actually are relevant to me because not only do I try to be the type of person that, and that would be, I guess, my strength, or my inner power. You know, I try to be the type of person that gives and can be relied on, and you can come to me for advice, you know, as far as my personal friends. So I do agree with that. That is kind of my personal strength. I'm also the more down-to-earth person in a group, where like if I go to a group with a group to a haunted house, I'm the one that is like, okay, y'all, yeah, I know that was kind of scary, but let's see if there wasn't, you know, if the reason why we're hearing these bumps and stuff, or, you know, knocks in the walls, let's see if something's loose. I go for the logical reason first. And I'm sorry, y'all, my camera's kind of shaky. But I go for the logical explanation first. I don't jump to, as much as I do believe in spirits, that's not my first reaction when it comes to things like that, like haunted houses. I'm more the down-to-earth person. So in many ways, that can be a strength as well. You know, being down to earth. Sometimes it can be not the best thing. Sometimes you can be thought of as the party pooper. But so yeah, as far as inner wisdom and strength, I definitely relate to the Queen of Pentacles. I really always have. She's sort of always popped up as a representation of me, so I'm very happy with that card. Okay, so Nancy is your self-destructive qualities, and that's the next one, and this is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So to me, that is kind of true. The Ten of Pentacles is, you know, the tens are about completion, and a lot of times when it comes to my financial responsibilities, I feel like I'm never quite where I want to be. I'm never quite at that end game. And to me, that's kind of what the Ten of Pentacles reverse means. You know, someone who's not really, who feels like they haven't completed that goal. You know, they never can get to that goal, and in fact, kind of is self-destructive there. Kind of like I'm scared to push through and accept not really wealth so much as abundance, like huge abundance. And that is, I will say, that is a weakness of mine. You know, there's kind of a self-destructive quality of mine. I overanalyze. So whenever I overanalyze, I tend to not grasp the whole picture, or I will overanalyze a small little, you know, bit of my of whatever goal I'm setting, there'll be this one little detail that just pisses me off. I can't get it right, and it kind of sabotages everything. And most people would be like, you know, that really wasn't that big of a deal after all. Why did you screw everything up for that? And it wasn't even that important. And yeah, sometimes I do that. So, you know, it's just one of those things I definitely need to work on. So with Bonnie, past emotional, physical scars to let go of in the present. So Bonnie was the Six of Wands, and again, this ties into me so well with Nancy, because the Six of Wands to me is kind of like early celebration, like, oh yeah, I've got this, when maybe you don't got this. You know, sort of, you know, celebrating before there's something to celebrate necessarily, or, you know, premature celebration. And yes, that is, you know, I've done that in the past. I have done that in the past. That has been one of my, I've become comfortable in areas and passionate about things that I'm not really fully ready for, or I haven't fully grasped yet, and I feel like I have, and so I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I know how to do this, I got this, and it's like, oh shit, I didn't know how to do this. Or no, I didn't know how to do this as well as I thought I should have, or I didn't know how to do this as well as I thought in general. So yeah, that is kind of, and that could be, you know, Bonnie kind of relates, you know, your past emotional scars could, you know, it kind of explains your self-destructive behavior. You know, you've thought you were good at something and you actually weren't, or you thought you had made it and you really didn't, or you thought that this was the end of the cycle when it really was more of the middle, you know. And so then, if you are like me, if you are a very earthy kind of soul, you do learn from that, but that makes you super cautious, almost overly cautious. You know, you move not just slower, but super fucking slow, you know. So yeah, that is also kind of relevant. So what makes you uniquely beautiful is the next card, Rochelle, and this is interesting. And it's the Seven of Wands. You know, and to me in the Deviant Moon deck, the Seven of Wands is kind of running scared. But also, you know, this is being cautious when you need to be cautious. Like, you can tell, you know, this poor person's legs are all like cut up and stuff from the thorns here in this maze they have found themselves in, and so they're like, whoa, be careful, I need to focus and complete my task and try to do it without hurting myself. And so yeah, I can see that as being a valuable and even a beautiful thing, you know, taking your time when you actually do need to take your time, you know, explore things slowly and enjoy it. You know, don't rush through and let these thorns scrape you and hurt you, but take your time and admire the beauty of the maze, admire the structure, even admire the beauty of the thorns, because they've taught you something. And yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So the last one is Manon, a message from spirit or deity, and I find this really interesting as well too, because it's a major card, and to me major cards are, you know, well, to most tarot readers, they're big events, and I find it interesting that the biggest card of the spread is the Spirit card, because that's usually the big life event, and it is the Wheel of Fortune. You know, and the Wheel of Fortune to me has several different meanings, but in relation to this spread, it's kind of like, you know, everything changes. You know, you move forward, you grow, you learn, and the wheel turns. You know, and you have new experiences because you have learned from the past, and you take all of these things, you know, your strengths and your weaknesses, and your beauty and your scars, and it all makes you the person that you are, and that helps you deal with that wheel spinning and landing wherever it's going to land. You know, it's okay not to know. And for me, control, and control is kind of a theme over here. Control is a big thing for me. You know, I like control. I like to feel like I'm in control. And one thing that I have learned in the past from my past scars is really you're not in control of anything. I mean, you're not in control of your hair. You're not in control of your of any kind of outside influence. The only thing that you really control is your reaction to everything. And to me, the Wheel of Fortune, you know, when you see that this guy is kind of freaked out, like, oh God, what's it going to land on? Is it going to be bad? Is this going to be horrible for me? And you just got to let go, man. Let it go and let it flow, you know, and know that you've learned enough to apply what you've learned to future experiences, and it may not be as hard. So anyway, that is that spread, and you know, you can see really well, for me anyway, like I said, it's the first time I've done this spread, how it all kind of goes together, how it all flows, how each card has its own story to tell, but it also is a piece of a bigger story. So that was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are interested in me doing other spreads like this, either spreads that I've created, or spreads that I have never before seen or never before used, and we just sort of go through it together. If you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments. I would really like to know if this was something that was fun to do for y'all. Let's see. Obviously, I do tarot readings. If you like the way I read, you can definitely go to my website, thedreadfulmystic.com, and I have a tarot special going on right now, $15 for 30 minutes. So feel free to take advantage of that. Let's see. Okay, so October is coming, and y'all see my little Halloweeny stuff in the background. Yes, I love October, and I am thinking about possibly, maybe, doing the Vlogtober, where you basically post a video every day, vlogging about different things. So I might do that. I saw that the Midnight Goddess is going to do that. I believe the Autumn Chick is also going to try to do that. And I was like, you know what? That might be fun. Maybe. My life is so crazy, it's hard to say that I can definitely put time every day towards it. But, you know, that's a challenge. And I kind of feel like I want to accept that challenge and just see. So, you may see a whole bunch of videos from me. And if that is something that interests you, again, you can comment on this video as well. Or, you know, go to my Facebook page. Check out my page, The Dreadful Mystic. It's like facebook.com/thedreadfulmystic. And drop me a line. Tell me something, you know, like, hey, I really think that Vlogtober would be cool. I would love to see videos on this. Or again, comment on this video. I will obviously post this video on Facebook, so on my Facebook page, and you can comment there if you want, whatever. But y'all give me ideas, because shit, that's 31 days. I don't know. That's 31 days of content. I need ideas. So if there's something that interests you, tell me about it and say, hey, here's an idea, and I will gladly look at that idea. And if I have the content for it, I will definitely do it. So thank you for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Stay in your magic, guys.